Thank you. The next speaker is Pakistan.
Thank you, Mr. President. We thank Special Envoy Geir Pedersen and Under-Secretary General Tom Fletcher for their briefings. Their updates highlight the immense challenges that Syria faces today after more than a decade of conflict. We welcome the presence of the representatives of Syria, Iran, Turkey, and Qatar. Mr. President, we recognize the efforts of the Syrian authorities and people in pursuing dialogue, national cooperation, and regional outreach, which, though fragile, represent an important step towards peace and recovery. These developments, together with the prospect of elections later this year, offer a ray of hope to a nation that has endured immense suffering. This progress, however, remains fragile, challenged by ongoing clashes, external interference, and a worsening humanitarian crisis. The foremost priority must be to alleviate the suffering of the Syrian people. Over 16 million Syrians remain in need of humanitarian assistance. Children continue to face hunger and malnutrition on a staggering scale. Access to safe water, healthcare, and education is collapsing. Despite these dire needs, humanitarian appeals remain underfunded. Urgent action is required to ensure adequate resources for the UN's response plan to meet the humanitarian needs. Taking heed of USG Fletcher's call, the international community must also move beyond humanitarian action towards supporting Syria's sustainable development. At the same time, the political track remains indispensable. We welcome the progress vis-à-vis political transition, including the commitment to hold parliamentary elections in September. The credibility of this process will depend on inclusivity. All political and social groups must have a genuine stake if the process is to reflect the aspirations of the Syrian people. The principles under Resolution 2254 must be adhered to. The situation in Soweida, the western coast, and the northeast is a matter of concern. Any attempts to manipulate or patronize local communities risk deepening divisions and constitute unwarranted external interference. We condemn all violence against civilians and tragic loss of lives and call for accountability of those responsible. What Syria requires is genuine political support and international assistance in this complex environment, rather than the creation of new fault lines or foreign intervention. Mr. President, on the security front, the threat of terrorism persists. The presence of foreign terrorist fighters, such as from ETIM, and groups known to have terrorist affiliation, including Daesh, continue to pose a threat to security of Syria and the region. According to the latest report of the Secretary General on threat posed by Daesh to international peace and security, the situation in Syria remains fragile. Since the fall of the previous government, Daesh has been intent on destabilizing the interim authorities and exploiting existing vulnerabilities. Daesh members seized stockpiles of heavy weaponry, and over 500 detainees affiliated with Daesh were released from detention facilities. A comprehensive counter-terrorism strategy centered on prevention, disarmament, rehabilitation, and reintegration is essential to secure long-term stability. Mr. President, we strongly condemn the repeated Israeli violations of Syria's sovereignty, including in Soweida, Daraa, Damascus, and the occupied Syrian Golan. These acts are blatant violations of international law, the UN Charter, and Security Council resolutions, threatening regional peace as well as obstructing Syria's path to recovery. Security Council resolutions, including 350, 497, and the 1974 disengagement agreement, must be fully respected. Syria's road to peace and stability demands sustained international solidarity, respect for its sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity, and tangible support to address humanitarian and economic challenges. Pakistan stands in full solidarity with the Syrian people. We will continue to support all efforts for a sovereign, unified, inclusive, peaceful, and prosperous Syria. I thank you.